is my assumption correct that the sheriff's deputies act on the request of the medical staff?
If the medical staff says that they do not,
feels
yeah,
uncomfortable and says,
that's right.
we do not want this.
Okay, so then where do I go die or receive services then? Because, you know, at that point, if I cannot videotape and I cannot have a programmatic access accommodation made based on my adjustment disorder, you know,
medical documentation stating based on your adjustment disorder, the type
you'd
of
have to speak with
accommodation?
Mitchell Katz.
He's not here, so.
Not
he
my
doesn't work for the
problem.
city.
He wasn't here 12 years ago for me
Well-
when he abandoned me. He wasn't here when I got the signed
But if you
confession.
invoke
I
him,
have,
he is your problem.
no, sir.
If you invoke
No,
his
sir.
name or your record,
No,
he
sir.
is.
My problem is seeking what is legally required as a citizen, you know, doing everything correctly for prepaid services. This is my disability. These services are prepaid. I'm entitled to them, you know.
This could be actually viewed as harassment. And it could really be viewed as harassment if medical staff says you're harassing them. It is up to my staff to protect the health and welfare of the people who work there that are patients. And frankly, you are harassing in the sense that you're suggesting that
Okay.
it's
So then
it's
where
not
do-
our it's not
So
your
then where do I
responsibility.
go to get my health care or where do I go to die,
Well,
sir?
the accommodation you're asking,
Is unreasonable giving my pass?
how do you substantiate the accommodation?
I've already,
There are, under the ADA,
Yes.
when you request an accommodation, you have to provide medical documentation or proof of your disability.
well, you know, how
And
can
then
I
you
do that
have
if
to
I don't
bring-
have a doctor and I haven't had one for
Well,
12
sir,
years?
then maybe you have to follow the rules initially to be connected with a
Follow the
doctor.
rules.
to
Excuse
make-
me, you mean when I followed the rules initially and my doctor abandoned me and I did nothing incorrect and
Then
now
you
you're going to
can
put me
report
back
it
into a
to the
treadmill that will
American
abuse me and not be
Psychiatry
correct?
Association. You can report Dr.
I already
Katz.
did all that. It didn't
Okay.
work.
Well,
So, you know, a dead-end alley is not helping a
But
patient
actually,
who's telling the
we're trying
truth.
to break that dead end by
Well,
giving
good.
you some tools on how to proceed. And I
I-
think that it is decent advice because you've got people who are committed to try to get you access and services. I think you should give it a try.
I will go in with a witness and a video recorder,
Who's your witness?
you know, and I'll go from there and there won't be a problem then. And, you know, I just probably will write everything down so that they can't say I'm abusive.
Okay.
And then, you know, if they deny me because of their rules, I'll write down and I'll ask them based on what laws, considering I'm asking them to programmatic access
But then if
for
they
Title
ask you
II,
based on
and now
accommodation-
leave, you know, I will do the correct thing and I will videotape it and I will come back to you.
Well,
You know,
but if
so
they
it's
don't
not
wanna-
about
But
being
if they don't want to
hostile.
be videotaped,
you know?
you have to follow the rules.
I do not have to follow the rules if they're not legal.
It's true, you don't have to follow anything,
If they're
but
not
they don't
legal,
also have to
you
give
know, they've not been,
services.
no, they have to, that's legality.
sir, your ADA rights do not trump other people's individual rights, do not trump health and safety codes. I mean, ADA.
I have not
despite-
had any health and
despite-
safety codes applied to me.
Despite your statements here, ADA is a very narrow scoped law. It is not the end all to all your systemic problems, unfortunately.
Well, I thank you for your opinion. I happen to disagree. I am disabled. I was told what my disability was. I have done everything correctly. I sit here with an arrest record, never having been arrested. Oh, and by the way, if you look at the paperwork, the bogus stay-away order that has my picture on it, and the 1/18/2012, that was the final dagger by the Department of Public Health. That was my arrest record from 2001 when the sheriff illegally denied me emergency services that I now have a signed confession from the Office of Inspector General.
The sheriff does not have the right to deny you emergency.
I
services.
was
Cannot.
denied
No, sir.
emergency
They-
services, and I can
maybe
give you the
sheriff's
case number.
deputies enforced an order by staff, but they do not have the right.
I
to
still
deny
was
their-
denied, was I not?
Well, moving forward,
Thank you, please, let's not spin. You are not helping my
Hey, hey,
ADA
hey,
condition.
hey, tone it down.
I'm being honest.
moving forward, you can enter Tom Waddell.
Thank you.
Enter 101 Grove.
Thank you.
Go ahead and follow the procedures and policies that they have.
That's correct, and if they do not allow me to videotape, I will be back. And I will see the sheriff, and I will go from there, because, you know, like I said, I will go, you know, gagged. I will write everything down so that they can't say I'm being
But
disruptive.
you're actually gonna get nowhere in the sense
Why
that-
is that, Ross?
Because if the rules are they ask you to comply with the rules.
And if the rules are wrong,
then.
I haven't complied with any wrong rules so far. I didn't comply with the rules of stopping after the city had my case illegally thrown out, sir. You know, you did
can't
not
speak to
comply
that.
when the mayor, you know, told you,
We're
that you
staying
were doing
focused
something
on
wrong.
you.
I
We're
am
staying
doing, I am
focused on
talking about the rules and policies that do not
Okay.
necessarily
So if you don't want to
evade
take, if you don't
or
want to
do
take
what
our,
people's
if you
rights are.
don't want services,
I
then
never said
understand.
that, please do not spin.
Well, but they're saying that that's what it takes to get services.
And I'm saying that that's not legal. So please
Okay.
enforce my legal rights and we'll go from there.
Sorry, I'm not a lawyer.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm
And
simply
nobody
asking for
here
what I'm
is
asking
acting
for.
as
I'm
an
not worried
attorney.
about it. This will go on YouTube. And everybody will see the lack of advocacy because I will go. I have done all that. I've got all that paperwork. Let me tell you, it doesn't work. It's all a crock. I've got it all. That's why I'm here continuing to seek services, and the ability to videotape so that you guys later on can say, well, see, we provide everything. And I'll say, yeah, here's the videotape. It's not honestly telling the truth all along.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I'm this way is because of 12 years of not being helped, constantly telling them the truth and everybody pointing fingers at everybody else. And then when I prove I'm right, I'm left for dead.